Welcome back, Hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate G rank. So, last episode, we tried shotgunning down the Tiger Stripes Amtrios. Basically, take that episode as to why we do not use pellet shot in basically everything before Monster Hunter World, because pellet shot was not very good in a lot of, basically like 90% of the time, it's a terrible shot. So that's why I've avoided it for this series and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate's entire series too. Normal and Pierce just worked so much better. They were the reliable ones to take as a heavy bow gunner. And we're moving on to the second place winner of our hunting poll that's put out. And I'm kind of surprised that this guy was a little higher ranked, but from what I've heard, it could be people's annoyance with the fight itself for when they've hunted it. Today's episode is going to be going after a Tidal Najarala. Now, this is another monster I've never actually hunted. I've heard about a little bit of what his sort of gimmick is. He's an elemental subspecies off of just regular Najarala being only physical attacks. So we'll have to take a chance to see what he's going to be like there. You can see I am back in the Mutsu set. We've been able to actually get defense up large in the set because we've got the talisman last episode. There's my beauty. Vetus is +5 with 3 slots. That was excellent. And we're going to just go in with another Pierce build and see how we can do against Tidal Najarala. And then I'm thinking I'm going to keep this a Water Week theme. So I think next episode will actually be going up against, where is it? The Plum Domio Hermitor. Just so that way this entire monster week was water monsters. We'll see what the hunting poll is and see what picks come out on top there. But yeah, this episode is going to be going after a Tidal Najarala. And it's going to be interesting to see because in high rank, regular Najarala gave us a pretty good thrashing the first time we came up against it. You really needed to be careful of just how large its reach was. There we go, we'll get that to try to get temper in. And I am curious about how this set's going to do against him. I actually should check and see. I think this has high water resistance, but low ice. Okay, it's only 10 water resistance, but the ice, we'll have to see how we do. I did pack dung bombs along. I should have packed them before. And maybe I'll even, you know what? I'm going to actually take the paint shots. I don't really use paintballs that much because they take up an item slot, but thankfully we're not using too much ammo capacity here, so I've got a bit of free room to take those along. Let's just embark and see what we're in store for here, because this is, again, more uncharted territory. I've never fought one myself. I've never actually really watched even videos of, like, people going after Tidal, so I don't know what to expect from it that much. My guess is it's going to be a combination of dealing with, like, all of its sweeping, lunging attacks that regular Najarala does. And it's going to, from what I've heard, it's going to be a lot of, like, little water ball projectiles we'll have to watch out for. But let's just try to see if we can encounter him and get a nice look at what Tidal really looks like. Because the, with me emulating Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate to capture all the footage in that, this is using a high texture mod to just make it look as good as it could. So we'll have to see what Tidal Najarala looks like with the mod. So far, the entire game has been really nice to see. Oh, there you are. Kind of looks like a living Aurora Borealis from here, doesn't he? Okay, there we go. Get a few shots in. Yeah, I like the sort of green undertones to him because I don't know if he's ice subspecies or water more. I'd imagine water because of... Okay, now those are interesting. Yeah, that's the little water ball projectiles that I was talking about. So he basically uses them like a pinball machine in a way. He'll send those little things out, and instead of like having... I don't know if they can actually like be burst through sonic waves like regular or not. But he'll basically use them as little bounce pads to shoot the water globs out from. So I know from what I've heard on the hunts, and I can imagine it would be a bit annoying to deal with at times. Okay, no, sound will not make them burst, so I don't think we have to worry about the, Oh, but he does have paralysis bites still. So we'll have to be cautious of that. I think I'd like to try mounting him just to... Oh, yeah, mind those. Okay, yeah, so... Okay. I was expecting him to actually shoot those off towards, like, some of his Yeah, see, that's the kind of sweeps and swipes I was figuring we'd have to be pretty careful about. Oh, Calico, you're trying your best, but I think the snake's just too big. Oh. They're kind of piercing little buggers, aren't they? Okay, so it looks like he can do... I thought he'd try aiming for the scales a little bit more often than he is. It's like they are out on the map, but they're not like an active target, it seems. He's definitely much more fancy or just eager to shoot directly at us. Yeah, try to avoid that. Oh, I wonder... How the heck did he get Calico all the way back there? Wow. I mean, I'll take it, because if he's pinning the cats, that gives us... Well, it should give me some better chance of getting the shots in on him. If my aim's not atrocious. But yeah, I don't know how he actually got the... Oh, Zamites. Okay, we'll say that the pellet shot was at least nice for dealing with, like, the little pests when we were actually on a big monster hunt. Yeah, see, there's the boop, boop, and boop. That's what we gotta watch out for. Sometimes he'll do that. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't like being in the coils of the big snake. That just feels like a disaster waiting to happen. And is that going to snag Runa? No, I don't think so. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're not faring too bad. No part breaks yet, but it does kind of feel... Getting back to pure shots, it feels like we're at least doing some impact with them as we're taking shots in against him. Oh, yeah. See, that doesn't even... It's not even like there's a fixed angle. It's just that it can bounce any pattern and still be, like, ricocheted to hit you. It's a neat feature to have against a monster. I was kind of expecting we maybe would have broken the beak by now or soon. Oh. Okay, so it doesn't even have to, like, go through multiple ones. It can just be any sort of pattern to how they'll bounce. Yes, kind of a... It's a very interesting fight to deal with him. It's not like there's going to be a lot of them all going on at the same time, but you still do have to mind your surroundings a bit more. Oh, and then the long lunges like that can be pretty hard-hitting. Thank you, Calico. Yeah, I gotta admit, healing cats are still probably my favorite just because I get myself into bad situations all the time. Oh, was there a part break? No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, gotta watch for whatever angles are coming from. No matter where he shoots, they can still be coming after you. Okay, I don't know if he's going to be digging to leave the area or he's going to be doing an attack. Oh, leaving the area. I think he's actually gone all the way up to... I guess that's technically Area 3. Let me just snag the extra bit of healing because it will help. And the quest info is to wound the head, so we're still working at that objective for the side quest. There we go, or sub-quest, technically. But yeah, you know what? I'm liking this fight so far. It does have the mix of having to both be cautious of, like, the initial attacks and then the ranged ones as well. So no matter your range, you're not in an exact, like, safe zone. For regular Najarala, it kind of seems like Blade Masters might have an easier time being, like, up close with him. Gunners, you'd have to deal with so many of the swipes and lunges. This is kind of keeping us well on our toes, but it doesn't feel like anything too quick for, like, you don't have the time to actually be able to react to it. Like, Tiger Stripe was a little bit like that, where he was so fast, it was kind of hard to say how safe you could be dealing with him. Okay, so that's him enraged. And we can't exactly move. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you, evade distance. It is such a necessity, it feels like, for, like, a heavy bowgun. There we go. I was hoping we get the mount off. Okay. Brace for rodeo, basically. There's our opening. Let's work through this a bit. Okay, brace for the rodeo. Okay, that should be him down here. Yeah, there we go. I do not know where I even am. Oh, there I am. Oh, actually, I wonder if that's because I'm using pierces instead of, like, the normal shots. Normally, when I go after Najarala, I think I always break the beak before I actually break the fins on him. Okay, careful of that. Because, yeah, there they are coming through. Oh, yes, thank you. Whoever broke the head or tail or whatever it was that broke. Look, I'm out of that. Can I please get up? Thank you. Yeah, that's one weird thing that still can happen. Oh, wow. Okay, that's enough. I am very glad that we actually took the time to look and see what that was, because that's our first large wyvern gem of G rank. So that's a valuable thing to have already. There's probably going to be a number of bowgun upgrades I'll be needing those. So I still want to try breaking the tail. That might be a bit hard to do, though. We'll just focus our fire on that and see how we can pull that off. And enraged again. Oh, Calico, you are coming in with the clutch this hunt. Ooh, I'm glad I avoided that lunge. And thank you, evade distance. Very handy to always have. Uh-oh. Yeah, there was another lunge. You know what? I'm actually going to be a little safer than sorry. I'm going to go retrieve our supplies and then continue fighting him. Just because if he does start going more into these physical attacks, like the swipes, the lunges, the the loop around, the coil, that's what I'm trying to say, the coil moves. If I get caught by those, they're going to definitely hurt. And I am super glad I do have the defense large on this set, because those would be impacting for ridiculous amounts. No, actually, look at that. Back in time just to also get more hot drinks, too. And what is that? Just pellet? Ah, pellet's useless. With scientific evidence from last episode to prove so. Yeah, let's go back. It is always hard to judge just how much health monsters will have. Like, I don't know if I've done around 50% of the health by now, or what. It might be because we have sort of stepped up a little bit in G rank. Like, I'd say G rank in 4 Ultimate is one of the most misleading, because there's only 3 quest levels, but there kind of feel like there might be certain tiers in those. Like, everything up until these new quests we opened up with, like, Zamtrios, Najarala, Nerscylla, everything before that might have been, like, weaker, despite being in the same quest rank. Okay, so where are you going? Oh, okay, so he digs only to move areas. That's good to know. And I think it's gone up here. And you know what? I am going to paint him again just because I think I know where it would go to sleep when it starts limping off, but just to be safe. And to give a little more color to him. But yeah, I really like what the textures are for it. It does feel like, again, to me it reminds me of like the Aurora Borealis. Just northern lights with that, with all the purples, the greens. Oh, geez, that still came back to get me. And one thing I kind of like about the little globs he's spitting, they aren't that damaging. Like, it doesn't feel super deadly to be hit by them. I could imagine maybe if there's an event quest, it'd be worse off trying to face him. But at least for, like, encountering him right now, the attacks don't feel too punishing if you do get hit by, like, the globs that he might not see coming in at you. Oh man, he got some weird placement on that one. Oh yeah, he's a better shot than I am. Okay, let's just watch how they're going to come through. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to take a little bit of distance and just watch and see the path that might be coming in for you. Show me your pretty face. That was kind of close with those. Especially the second one. I don't know if he was actually aiming for me or it was for Runa. Okay, another flinch. Come on, let's see that tail break. And you know what? I don't know what would actually happen. Oh man, I hate the coil sometimes. Yeah, see, we got caught in that. I still don't like the coil move. It's one of the more annoying ones, I think, put into the game. Just because it doesn't feel like you have enough time to get there. Okay, so we got a Rajang in the area. That's good to know. Oh, I guess they must have got the horn off just before I got back in. I saw the icon, I was thinking maybe I could get some nice heals off of it, but not quite. And that's gonna come in like that. If I wasn't so focused on trying to get all the part breaks I can, he'd probably be down faster than this. Because a lot of these shots I'm going for the tail are definitely not going to do... Ah, another one of these. Like, at least that gives me an opening to get out of it. Ow. God, man. Okay, that's nice. Now, I don't know what would happen if you were to get hit by one of the scales. Somehow we got completely out of that coil. Oh, careful of the lunge. Oh yeah, he is going... kind of spamming the moves I really do not want to get hit by. Oh, actually, you can break the scales for shinies. I didn't realize that. Now, that tail is still being a bit of a bugger to come off. Or, well, not come off, but just to get the break. Oh, where's the shiny? I was trying to get it just to get more materials from him. There we go. Oh, they're actually, instead of rattlers, they're called splashers. Okay. Well, that does make sense. Uh-oh. Try to dodge that. There we go. And let's see. There we go. Finally got that broken. God, I've been waiting for that one to go for a while now. Yeah, so actually, if you want to farm some materials easily, all you've got to do is just break the tail a lot. Or not the tail, the scales. Because that seems to be a really reliable source of these splashers. And I do wonder what the gear is going to be like. For, I'm guessing maybe it'll be like a water attack upset? Nope, careful. Yeah, he's gotta have not a lot left in him. Oh. Okay. Okay, so that's a sequence to have to watch out for, is he can sometimes do like the double attack, where he spits out the first one, that will ricochet, and then the two might actually converge on you. I just want to see if... Like, I am a bit surprised that this one took all of the Pierce ammo that I brought with me. Oh. Well, so much for that actually going along the scales to hit me. That was just a direct shot. Oh, we've actually gotten a number of these ones, eh? Okay, let's see if we can just keep working these shots into the head. Ow. Yeah, I'm not sure what the best shot type would actually be to work against, like, Tidal here. Or even just regular Najarala can be a little bit difficult, too. It might be another one that'd be best for a normal build, just working at getting the headshots in. Ow. And we're getting some good strikes in, but he is also getting good smacks right back. No. I wonder if... He seems to do this flinch when he's trying to roar, so I wonder if the splashers actually have something to do with that. Oh, I was not trying to dodge forward, I was trying to dodge... Oh! We've got a frenzied Rajang as our intruder. Well, that just got interesting. I was not expecting that to crash the party. Oh, thank you, Runa? Yeah, I think that was Runa. Again, the cats, very helpful to save on some of the healing items, but, oh, man, they are in the same area together, and I think they're going to be there for a while. Oh, no. Okay, so Tidal went off. Let's just get the heck out of here. Actually landed right on Tidal. I'm kind of wondering if now the, like, heavy bow... if, like, the heavy bowgun I have been using is, like, caught up to the health of these G-rank monsters, because we're still going quite a ways with these normal two-shots on Tidal. Okay, no, I guess it's just I've been able to interrupt it when it's been doing something special to. Oh, the stupid frickin' ledge there. God, again, that is something that... It's just like the little stumbles and stuff from, like, the levels that annoy me a bit. Okay, there's a limp in him. Even if it's not that easy to tell he's limping. Let me see. No, I wasn't able to break it before, it just went on its own. I was going to see if I get another splasher. I mean, why not? It's materials for him. I'll keep trying without making any more pierce ammo, but I am quite surprised at... Maybe I'm just not going for the right... Okay, I wonder where it went off to, actually. No, this is where he goes to sleep. Okay, this is not where I thought we'd find him. I wonder if I'm even hitting the right, like, weak spot for Tidal. Oh, well, there we go. Took a little while, but there's our first Tidal Najarala taken down. I think it was a much better go at him than it was for Tiger Stripe Zamtrios. But I do want to go and see what the armor looks like, what the skills are to it, and also check some of the gear, because there are, I think, a few Tidal Najarala weapons you can make. So we've got Splashers, the large Wyvern Gem, which is just right, and a Cortex to help unlock some stuff too. But yeah, overall, he's actually a pretty fun fight. I can see where some people would get a bit annoyed and frustrated trying to deal with him because you think you're just watching him, and then it's the water globs that are just coming in from behind to smack you around a bit. And that's one of the reasons why I like being a gunner, is you get this bigger field of view from being further back, so even if you can't see what monsters... Oh, excuse me. So you can see what the monster's up to, even if it's like projectile attacks that can come back at you. But yeah, I like the color design of him. The fight's pretty interesting and good. He's a pretty good monster. I'm hoping he's got better armor skills than Tiger Stripe Zamtrios did, because Tiger Stripe was pretty bad. Just get a few of these. Cortex. Ooh, a heart-stopping beak. That's a good one to get. Another Splasher, a Piel, a Flood Sack, Cortex, and another Splasher. So we've gotten a fair bit of materials from him. That's pretty bad. Sell that. And just let ourselves go back, and then we'll take a look and see what we got. Yeah, Tidal Najarala on G rank expeditions. I don't know if I'll have enough for his, I think you could either upgrade into him using the Najarala heavy bowgun, or you can make one through the smithy just with more materials. I'll have to do a quick check there. And then I should check the assembly too for whatever that... Oh no, I know what that probably is. It's just another... He's unlocked in the arena, yada da da da. Okay, so nothing there opened up. Nothing there. Yeah, there's no light bow guns. Oh, actually, so that's Tiger Stripe Zamtrios' Insect Glaive. And that's Tidal... Ooh, Tidal... Yeah, I do like the colors of Tidal Najarala's Insect Glaive. That's pretty interesting looking. Are there any other... Oh! Okay, Tiger Stripe Zamtrios seems to get quite a few ones you can just, like, make for... Like, just instead of having to go after... Ooh. That's an interesting switch axe. Basically a giant hook. And that's Tiger Stripe... Yeah, that's Tiger Stripe Zamtrios's. Ooh. Okay, so that must be Celtus's... Yeah, that's Celtus's gun lance. That's something to look at. Tiger Stripe Zamtrios. Now that's a nice looking lance. I like the little shark almost included into... Like, just above the handle there. As for armor, let's see. Okay, Najarala. I thought it... Okay, looks like that one has some wings almost to it. This gives... Rapid fire stamina drain water attack. This would actually be a good light bowgun set that I might go making. Ooh, and look at that nice big buckler shield. I do dig the look of that. And yeah, I think Rapid Fire seems to be consistent throughout, so I think this would be a good set to try going for to have as, like, some of my light bowgun arsenal. Oh, I also should check and see if I can trade any materials at the Wycoon or not. Let me take a look at the head, see if we got that. Yeah, we do. Ooh. Yeah, see, one thing about Najarala is that it kind of has, like, this feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl-esque stuff for some of the armor, and I really do dig that. That's a nice looking helmet. I'm definitely going to be trying to get that. Ooh, and actually, I got, I think, the hardest materials to get from the first hunt. Okay, but let me just check here. Okay, trade materials. See, nothing quite. I was hoping to see if I could actually get an upgrade for one of our high-rank bowguns that did really well, which was the... here we go. Try and get the Verdant Washbuckler. Because this was a very good Pierce heavy bowgun starting into G or high rank. So it'd be nice to get it into G rank and see how it performs there. But I am looking for... There they are. Yeah, so this is the Tidal Najarala's heavy bowgun. It is just a recolor of regular Najarala's. Very low recoil, though, is nice to see on it. Although that might be because of our recoil down. It's got great normal capacity. But I need to build for that normal, so it's hard to say if I get it or not. I'll have to see. That might be an armor set I'll try working and farming up for myself. And yeah, I'll quickly just hit the assembly. I know I'm one of those people who, if I see like that yellow urgent text, I just gotta clear it out so it's not always there and always bugging me. It's just a habit of mine, so I apologize for that. Newsflash, new quest in. Go after Tidal Najarala. That's the end of it. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, so there we go. And we're going to keep our water week rolling with next episode going after my choice for the week, which will be the Plum Domio Hermitor. And yes, it is to work again another bowgun upgraded, but it's also to clear off another monster that kind of fits with everything. But thank you guys very much for joining me on another episode of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate G Rank. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.